What is Meta going to be worth in 12 months to 5 years from now? I am a long-term investor and I am looking for the future growth of this company, the Facebook, what's going on. Here is the 12-month forecast prediction. Facebook tanked because they missed earnings and they had a slowdown in user growth, so the company just tanked to like 160. But it literally tanked a lot. It was a lot higher in market cap and it tanked. So Facebook, the Meta platforms has only upside from here in the next 12 months, according to this forecast. It's saying that it has a low of 186. There is no downside, apparently, to Meta platforms, which is a good thing to see. And then the high is $580, and the average is 300. So if you're looking for a company that you could possibly make some money on, Meta Platforms could be a good company. And a lot of people think that it is a buy because it's really undervalued right now. And the revenue growth and then the income growth, like, it's just insane. They make a ton of money. So there's really no reason to not want to invest in this company. It could hit $580 a share, I think. But I would see it more likely to be about $300 a share because of the recession and stuff. So we don't know what's going to happen. They've been having a 40 to 20% revenue growth every single year. By 2026, we predict that Facebook's going to have a revenue of $222 billion. In 2021, they had a revenue of $117 billion. So their revenue is supposed to double by 2026, according to analysts. And look at the predictions. It's actually a lot lower than the last 5 years of growth. So they put it at a lower revenue growth prediction to be more conservative about it, right? And then an EPS up to 20. Yeah, they're going to be making a lot more money. So let's look at their revenue. So from 2012 to 2021, every single year, they increase their revenue. Like, there's not one offbeat year. Like, it's literally straight up, which I think is like super freaking good for a company. This is like some of the best crap I've ever seen. Just insane. And then you look at their net income. It is a little offbeat. 2019 they had less income, so they could have done something in 2019 that caused their net income to not be as much, even though they could have had it grow more than what they got in 2018. Possibly. It might have just been a bad year, but they still made $18 billion in profit. And then in 2021, they made almost $40 billion in profit. Extremely good, extremely good. Very good. Something I like to see there. So they don't dilute too much their shareholders. They did in 2012, but recently they don't really dilute us at all. That's what you want to see in a company, is them not diluting you, because then you don't lose value. So their profit margins, right? So they make 33% of their revenue is profit, which is super good to see. They have a really positive EBITDA, and that is also good to see. Let's look at their cash flows. They have a positive free cash flow of $39 billion. That is super good. You want to invest in a company that has a lot of cash, right? So if you look at their balance sheet, let's see their assets and debt. So their total current assets, including cash and equivalents, short-term investments, receivables. Current assets are things that can be easily sold for cash or will be used within 1 year. Okay, so they have 66 billion in assets that they can sell if they need to cover a debt. And then long-term assets, they have 99 billion. So it might take longer to liquidate your long-term assets if you get stuck in a bubble, but you can still do it if you get stuck. And then their total assets is 165 billion. So that's how much assets they have. Like an asset is like a rental property for a regular person. And then they have 41 billion in liabilities. So that is a lot less than their total assets. So it's always good to have more in assets than in liabilities, if you think about it. And then their total debt is 13 billion. So that plus liabilities, it's still under their assets. So they have 34 billion in cash. Good to see. So they did have less cash growth in 2021, but you know what? They still have a lot more cash. So that's good, right? It's good to have cash. They can do whatever the hell they want. Like you have 34 billion in cash. You can literally invest in anything. Facebook, super good financially, right? But today it seems more about politics, about the company you invest in. I think that's why Disney tanked, because they're like getting way too deep into politics and they screwed a lot of their shareholders over because of that. And Facebook, they did screw up a lot with the censorship, which probably caused them to tank as well. So they don't pay a dividend, which means that this company is set for growth. Whenever you start paying dividends, it's because you don't know what to invest in. Like, you don't know how to further expand your company and create new things, so you just give back to the shareholders. Like, not necessarily, but that's what it kind of shows. So a lot of people don't like to invest in dividends because they're not growth. But I think that Facebook is more of a value company now, even though it tanked, I guess. I mean, the company's got to stay doing good. See, that's the problem with companies, right? They don't want to give you raises and they don't want to help people out because they have to do good for their shareholders every single year. And if you don't please your shareholders, then your stock tanks. You know, like you gotta be greedy sometimes. You can't just be some nice, super awesome company. So their PE ratio is 11. That is extremely, extremely low. Like that's a super low PE ratio. That means that it's undervalued, right? So the analysts are saying that it is a buy. No matter what, in 12 months, you should have more money than what you do now. And I think that Facebook's a buy. I think Meta Platform's a buy. You know, you could hate Facebook. A lot of people hate Facebook, and I did hate Facebook for a while too. But I think I got over it, and I think some people are getting over it because it's actually becoming an extremely good value right now. Super cheap PE ratio, high EPS, which is good to see. Uh, Insane net income, insane revenues, insane profits. The market cap is high for a company, right? So 434 billion, extremely huge market cap. And the only way to really double your money is for the market cap to double. But whenever you get to like a $500 billion market cap, there's only so much upside, right? Because if you invest in Apple at a $2 trillion market cap, for you to make like $80, it's got to go to $3 trillion market cap. It's incredible how much has to be put into that company. It's super hard. I don't think very many companies get to a $1 trillion market cap. I think Facebook almost got to a $1 trillion market cap until it tanked, but I still think it's a good value for the growth and the net income. That's what it's all about. It's about future growth. It's about the future, bro. So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to invest in it or not. I am not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. I just like to look into good companies now because I did get into some stupid companies and I lost some money. So now I'm just being extremely smart about the companies I invest in, and I really hope that the market just stays low for a while so I have more time to put in my paychecks into the stock market so that we can all become rich during the next bull market. And y'all want to become rich with me, just like and subscribe and we can all become rich together. Just imagine 10 years from now how much money Facebook's going to be making. And not only are they just going to be a platform that has 2 billion users, but they're also going to have the metaverse. And I'm sure they're going to come out with some other things. I don't know how successful the metaverse is going to be, but who knows, right? And how are they doing on their metaverse anyways? Billions. The metaverse is going to be huge. They're going to be making billions of dollars. Mark Zuckerberg said, "We hope to basically get to around 1 billion people in the metaverse, doing hundreds of dollars of commerce each. He wants everybody to spend about $100 each in the metaverse." He continued, adding that people could be buying digital goods, digital content, or different things to express themselves in the metaverse. You can go and then you can go to the bar in the metaverse, and then you can buy a drink and then drink something in the metaverse, like get drunk in the metaverse, spend like $2 on a fake beer. You really don't get anything out of it, but you get joy in an experience experience. Some examples of what people can purchase are clothing for their avatar, or different digital goods for their virtual home, or things to decorate their virtual conference room. So you can go home in the metaverse and just hang out like I'm hanging out right now, and just have your little VR goggles on, and then just be chilling in your home, checking out all your decorations, hanging out with your friends, and then you can just hop into your conference room, and then when you're at work, you can be at the conference table with all of your coworkers. But really, all your coworkers going to be sitting at home with these goggles on. Oh, I think that we should underpay our employees. The inflation's getting pretty bad, but I don't want to increase the pay rate for our employees because that would take away profits from us, and then our stock won't go up in price because our net income will go down. Yeah, so all these business people, they're going to be in the conference room talking to each other, so they don't have to go into the building and then talk. I think that this could catch on because everybody's doing it in Zoom, but in Zoom, it's not like an immersed experience, you know? Like in the virtual reality, you're going to be able to literally just sit there and look at all of your coworkers front to back. They might not have legs yet, but you can talk to all of them, and you can literally discuss plans and private business ideas that nobody is allowed to know about, even other than Facebook, because Facebook will be probably recording all of everything. You know, they take all the data they can. But I don't think that they would use it against you or steal your ideas. Mark Zuckerberg added that people can also buy utilities to be able to be more productive in virtual and augmented reality and across the metaverse overall. So, Mark Zuckerberg has shared how the metaverse will be a key part of his business and bring hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue. Our playbook over time has been build services. Try to serve as many people as possible, said Zuckerberg. Uh, he explained that he expects the metaverse to be massive and become a major part of his company's business over the next decade. He thinks that he's going to be making billions of dollars because he thinks that he's going to have about 1 billion to 2 billion, possibly 3 billion people, and then we basically scale the monetization after that. So he's thinking about money whenever he builds this platform. When he built Facebook, I don't think he was like thinking about money. He was more thinking about like a community of stuff. Right now he's thinking about money, and he's like envisioning this metaverse that is just gonna, everybody in the world is gonna flock to, right? That means I'm gonna be in the metaverse. If there's 3 billion people in the metaverse, that's literally almost everybody, and you have to buy virtual reality glasses, right? Maybe one day they'll have regular glasses, and that would be super cool and way more convenient. But I don't know how that's gonna come out. Maybe they are working on it. They probably are. But it's just gonna be insane. You know what I'm saying? For 3 billion people to actually go into the metaverse. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, and I'm not saying 10 years from now everybody's not going to have virtual reality glasses, because it's definitely possible, because everybody has a phone now. But I think the phone personally is just what's cool. Now, maybe he's betting on the children to get into the metaverse first, because that's what kids like. They like new stuff. Older people like me and you, we don't really care about the new stuff. So why would we join the metaverse? You know, to me, it looks kind of stupid. So what I'm betting on is that the metaverse becomes very profitable, even though I'm probably not going to use the metaverse, even though I already use Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be as huge as what everybody thinks. But Facebook's still going to make money from Facebook. And then they'll make money on the side with the metaverse. And then their VR glasses and all that. So, I don't know. The metaverse, it's a hit or a miss, in my opinion. If they do it really good and they make it like super fun and awesome, then yeah, people will do it. But I don't think people are going to want to spend hundreds of dollars on virtual items to chill in their own home or decorate their conference room. It's like whenever you're in a game, like you can't just freaking put a freaking poster on the wall. Like, you have to buy a poster in the game. That's so stupid. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It's just like, come on, dude. Why are you charging people hundreds of dollars to live in a virtual reality world on a bunch of fake crap? Which I get that people like to buy skins and stuff, but I don't know. And they're probably gonna start you out with this like huge blank room that you gotta like decorate with $100 coffee tables and stuff. I don't know, maybe it'll be $1. Who knows? But that's all I have today. Video's getting long, but please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Peace.